Hello, everybody. Welcome back. So glad you're here. My intention is to really provide you with something powerful. And today's blog is entitled The Lost Art of Manhood. Who wants to see men performing their proper roles and responsibilities happily? I'll start off by saying I'm a bit fortunate on this subject. Living in Acapulco, the culture here still has a solid connection to the past, and being able to discern respectful and healthy behavior from harmful. The old men still talk to the young men, and the young men still listen. It is astounding to see the respect given to elders here, coming from the Western anti-culture like I did. Adult men still predominantly understand, or at least have some clue as to their responsibilities and their roles, as do the women. And for the most part, they respect each other for the contributions they make to the high quality of life here, which revolves primarily around good family. Good family moves mountains in Mexico, and in particular Acapulco, one of my top reasons for loving Acapulco so much. Unfortunately, that certainly isn't the case with the modern society and the media of the anti-culture. The movies, the Netflix shows, the news, the habits promoted, etc., is utter confusion for a reason, which the majority of the population consumes unaware of the motives. They allow themselves to be dictated to their standards and expectations of behavior for themselves and others. In the last 100 years or so, as the technology improved to condition people, manhood declined. The roles and responsibilities were relinquished. Boys now learn their ethics from the institutions or the media or anyone else, but rarely their loving, well-informed, and responsible father or male elders. They have no or few rites of passage into manhood. They're taught to question and even ridicule their parents and elders, not the institutions. According to the research, about 95% of our behavior comes from our subconscious, which has no filters and is susceptible to repetition and other subconscious messaging techniques that directly influence behavior, which means most people have already become robots or at least partial robots, which is kind of like slavery. In such cases, one powerful way to restore control of one's subconscious, the super mega computer within, is to review one's beliefs and daily actions. Meditate, self-reflect, ponder, and discuss and communicate to trusted friends and receive feedback, advice, and wisdom. In so doing, consciously determining who are their beliefs serving. It, it's much like running an antivirus program for one's persona. As the individual decrapifies their brain, their data processor, they start to see just how gummed up and overworked their system was. People typically have 1 to 5% of their processing power working for them and 95 to 99% working against them. And it shows. But it can be turned around. Imagine what having 99% of your capacity working for you must be like. Can you? This is where it turns to the potential for manhood. Men, it is clear we can do much more. As a 50-plus-year-old man, I ask the elder men, and those with wisdom to consider stepping up to the responsibility of not letting the charade continue. Educate young men on what it truly means to be a man, to decrapify their minds and souls, to serve humanity by being a gentleman, a gentleman, being the example, and then caring enough to teach excellence to our next generation and encouraging the best of them to do the same. So we perpetuate progress towards true freedom, responsibility, and intelligence instead of sliding back towards irresponsibility, slavery, and stupidity. Young and adolescent men need to understand the true meaning of the word meek. When we hear the saying, the meek shall inherit the earth, it is true. They need to understand there is a warrior role within them, but it's not what they've been told it is. It's the honored guardian of truth, and the acceptance of zero bullshit. Each man has the responsibility to be in integrity. A warrior has the courage to know the truth first, to have the tools and weapons like gentility, endurance, and patience to find the truth gracefully, and to know what to defend relentlessly because of the truth's importance. Men, especially those of us who have had to struggle through this relentless morass of propaganda and social engineering during our time, we know firsthand the harm that can be done by letting this responsibility fall into the hands of government and subsequently the mess that it has created. The way out is to have the enthusiasm, the courage, the endurance, and the integrity to eradicate the stupidity from our circles by communicating better choices, by ferreting out harm and inequity like the very best of the Old West sheriffs who didn't need a gun to maintain peace. They were a demonstration of the warrior, of intellectual self-defense as the first and most important defense, in so doing becoming free, honored, peacekeeping gentlemen. All right, if you'd like to know more, check out the blog. I hope this was helpful to you. I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care, everybody.